It's dry overhead, and the pitch appears to have lasted very well despite the heavy overnight rain. Conditions underfoot excellent. Brian Whittaker is out of the Celtic side with Graham Sinclair at left back, and that's let Davy Provan back in his usual place at outside right. He missed last week's defeat at Tannadice. And the first cross turned behind the Hearts side in very familiar lines. The key man may well be their goalkeeper Henry Smith, a man who has certainly impressed me in the last 2 or 3 occasions when I've seen him play. Former Leeds United goalkeeper. Bowen challenging McAdam. Kidd turning it out. These sides were joint top of the league a fortnight ago, but in both cases they've only won 1 point in the last 2 matches. And in these last 2 matches, Hearts have failed to find the net, despite their very good strike force of John Robertson and Jimmy Bowen. George Cowie with the throw. And here's Robertson. Stay battling with McLaren. Alec MacDonald with a chance on for Melrose. Brought down by MacDonald, and that will be a penalty kick, no doubt about it. MacDonald was being outpaced by Melrose, and Celtic have a golden opportunity to take the lead. Well, that was down to Alec MacDonald's pass initially, playing the ball forward. It was cut off, and that's what put the Hearts defence under pressure, with MacDonald conceding the penalty kick. So Henry Smith hasn't had a save to make in the match so far. Now facing Murdo McLeod. So McLeod against Smith. Brilliantly saved. And the goalkeeper, Henry Smith, showing tremendous courage, going down at the feet of Davy Provan in the rebound. Well, there was a touch of hesitancy about Murdo McLeod as he came forward. Normally blast them in, tried to stroke it in, and Henry Smith's left. A good diving save, and then a very good recovery as Provan came in on the rebound. Celtic bench, manager Davy Hay in the middle. Looks very relaxed indeed, despite that early penalty miss. Sinclair coming to meet the ball. That's beyond Cowie. Provan's onside, a great chance for Celtic. And that is a blatant foul. George Cowie could be in serious trouble for this. It was outside the box. The worst feature of professional fouling. Provan's in a lot of trouble. And Cowie could well be in very serious trouble. And if he is, he can have no complaint whatsoever. But the pass through the middle split the Hearts defence. Provan was out facing the wall, going clean through at Henry Smith. And you can see the deliberate tackle by George Cowie outside the box to bring down the Celtic winger. Well, there's no question at all, this is the sort of foul that must be stamped out. But I think George Cowie is fortunate to only see the yellow card. So still a very good opportunity for Celtic at the edge of the box. Provan's back involved in the action. Played by Burns against the wall. Provan's shot is blocked. Now with Sinclair. And off Walter Kidd for the corner kick. And the Celtic players undoubtedly were very angry indeed about that challenge of Davy Provan. And let's hope there's no sign of retaliation among the Celtic players. Provan's corner. Headed over by Jordan. So Burns will take the in-swinger from the Celtic right. McAdam challenging, beaten by a combination of MacDonald and McLaren. It's a good pass from McStay. Melrose is onside. And still no luck for Celtic in front of goal. It was an excellent pass from Paul McStay. He hesitated just long enough to Full Hearts defence, then play it through for Melrose, and the shot just drifting wide. Burns to McGarvey. Showing excellent close control once again. Now Tommy Burns. McGarvey still over there on the left. No question about the Hearts' diligence and their marking, both in midfield and in defence. McGrain. McGarvey controlling it for Melrose. Great goalkeeping once again from Henry Smith. What a hero he's been for Hearts. Great build-up from Celtic. The ball played through to McGarvey. The layoff, teeing the ball up for Melrose. The instant shot, and that's fine goalkeeping. So yet another corner kick for Celtic. Robin takes it. That wasn't far away either, coming off Melrose. Jordan plays it through, but it's much too long for Robertson. And once again, McGrain is available deep in the right-back position. Melrose getting help from McStay and from McGrain. Jordan cutting it off. Another chance for McGrain. Now McGarvey checking inside. The return from Provan. McGrain there to send over the cross. There's Martin McLeod. A flick from Sinclair. Blocked by Roddy McDonald, and once again Smith looking very alert on his line. Cowie judged it well. There's Barnes. Now McGrain. Melrose controlling it well. McGrain. Much too long again for McGarvey. McDonald a little hurried with that headed clearance. Had time to bring it down. Provan taking on Cowie. Good cross, well taken by Smith. Hasn't made a false move in the match so far, the Hearts keeper. Aiken sweeping up behind McAdam. Donald going to the ball in positive fashion. Former Celtic player, of course. McGarvey with Cowan taking over. Surrounded by Hearts defenders. Getting in the cross, and Park there covering Sinclair, who pushed forward into the box. Sinclair retrieves it. Sinclair may be offside. No, the flag stays down. A chance there. Henry Smith is up. And the ball goes behind for a goal kick. Appeared to come off Davy Provan. Henry Smith was certainly at full stretch for that cross. Appeared to be struggling for a moment. Got a fingertip to it. And that was enough to force the header wide. Stuart McLaren's taken a knock. In fact, I think there will be a change, yes. Gary Mackay is coming out. And Stuart McLaren will take no further part in the match. Robertson showing lots of confidence, taking on Danny McGrain. And fouled surely by Roy Aiken. Acknowledged by Aiken. And that's no consolation at all to John Robertson. Ali McDonald trying to intervene and give some advice to the referee. McDonald clearly wants Robertson on the field. And Roy Aiken is in fact being booked for the challenge on Robertson. He clearly feels that the interference of Alec MacDonald had something to do with it. But it was a heavy tackle on John Robertson. A very blatant body check. And I think he got a few complaints. Mackay playing it into space, but Sinclair first to the ball. Provan doing enough with that challenge in Cowie to turn the throw in Celtic's way. Now Provan being invited inside rather by Cowie. McGrain's cross, McLeod is there, and once again sheer brilliance from Henry Smith. Well, what a game he's having. A cross from Danny McGrain, McLeod getting up with a powerful downward header against the balance, and that's a superb reflex save. Jordan cuts off the through ball, but McGarvey was offside in any case, so that's a hard free kick. Jordan's free kick coming off McAdam towards Donald Park. That wasn't far away, the snapshot from Park. He latched on to that deflection from the head of Tom McAdam. Took it first time in the volley, and Pat Bonner happy to see it go wide. Now Graham Sinclair. Barnes gliding away from Bone, going all the way himself. A great move from Barnes, and once again the heart saviour is Henry Smith. Well, it was beautifully done by Tommy Barnes. Just watch the way he picks the ball up inside the centre circle, glides his way away from Jimmy Bone initially. Disguised move going inside past the heart of the Hearts defence, and there was Smith racing from his line to narrow the angle. Now McStay to Melrose. McGarvey trying to control it in turn. And that is absolutely magnificent. McGarvey celebrates, as do the Celtic supporters, and how they enjoyed that piece of sheer magic. Henry Smith left for once with no chance at all. Well, this is well worth seeing again. Beautifully created on the right. The cross coming in firmly to McGarvey. The control was excellent, turning swiftly, taking in the volley, and the right foot shot going in at the far post. So Jordan picking it up on his own 18-yard line. And there goes the half-time whistle. A big cheer from the Celtic supporters. Well, what an entertaining first half it was. Celtic dominant throughout, with Henry Smith conducting a one-man band at the back for long periods for Hearts. He had a great start to the match, of course. The penalty kick coming in just about 3 minutes when Melrose is brought down by McDonald. The penalty kick taken by Murdo McLeod, brilliantly saved by Smith, and then the recovery as Davy Provan came in. Then Smith defied the Celtic attack for the rest of the first half until the final minute, when we had that piece of sheer magic from Frank McGarvey, controlling the cross from the right, pivoting and driving the ball home just on half-time, his 7th goal of the season, and that's the one which gives Celtic their half-time lead. And the crowd buzzing throughout that interval following the stunning Frank McGarvey goal just on the half-time whistle. McStay. Now Barnes. McGarvey had gone deep. It's good running by Barnes. The help from behind coming from Davy Provan. Well, this is good play from Provan.
The forward pass catching McGarvey offside. All very tight indeed at the edge of the box. Bone failed to keep it in. McStay forced to turn the ball out for a Hearts throw. Robertson beaten by McAdam. Now Jordan. McAdam provides the cover for Danny McGrain. Bowman showing good close control, but this is Paul McStay. Tackled by Cowie. Now Park for Hearts. Kidd goes on the run forward. Here's Alec MacDonald. Bowen is onside, and that's the equaliser. The Celtic defence was cut out. Jimmy Bowen brings Hearts right back into the match. And the Hearts supporters celebrate. Well, that came right out of the blue. Alec MacDonald had possession midway inside the Celtic half. The Celtic central defence came out. Graham Sinclair didn't though, and he played Jimmy Bowen onside as the ball came forward. And the finishing, absolutely superb from the experienced striker. Burns, using Aiken at the back. Way out on the far side is Paul McStay. Well, his control had to be very good indeed with Mackay challenging. Shot blocked by Melrose. There's McStay again. Now Sinclair scooping the ball over the bar. Some very positive play though from Paul McStay, driving at that Hearts defence to try to create the shooting chance. Helped by Melrose initially, and then Sinclair turning it over. Kidd playing it through the middle, McAdam in the way just as well because Robertson was still onside. Not that time though. Young striker offside. Donald so commanding in the air at the back for Hearts. Now McGrain. Donald's up again. That'll be a corner kick this time. And Celtic certainly haven't shown the same spark and flair in the second half that they did in the first. Hearts defence is undoubtedly under less pressure for the most part after the interval. Here's Province corner. Taken away by Bone. Burns hanging back to try to set up another Celtic attack. That's for Provan. Provan got to it, but it's a Hearts goal kick. Donald again winning the high ball. Stay showing his strength coming forward, and that's McGarvey offside. The match has been punctuated by offside decisions at both ends. And it's very, very difficult for the play to flow. Clouds header, McGarvey trying to get in behind Walter Kidd. Melrose is in the middle. A delicate little chip. Brilliant again, that chip from McGarvey, and what a save it was once more from Henry Smith. The ball got in behind the right side of that Hearts defence. McGarvey was on to it in a flash, carrying the ball forward.
Melrose was the man waiting in the middle. Smith was conscious of that, and that little chip shot almost sneaked in under the bar. So Barnes this time with the outswinger. It was McAdam's header, or Melrose's header rather. Sinclair's header. Ball finds its way from Dave Bowman to Tommy Barnes. Here's McGarvey again. Took his eye off it for a moment. Cowie's header out. McStay to McGrain. McStay again. He knew Mackay was there. And McStay having a dig with the left foot. Didn't get full power behind it. And now there will be a change for Celtic. Jim Melrose is going off and Brian McClair coming on. Straight swap, McClair for Melrose. McClair welcomed by the Celtic supporters. He scored 4 times competitively this season for Celtic. All in the one match against Dundee at Dens Park. Good little flick inside by Provan. A return from McStay. This is promising now from Celtic, but it's Roddy McDonald in the way of the cross and a corner kick. McAdam and Aiken once again going forward. There they go into the box of Provan's corner. McDonald heads it out to McStay. Back in, here's McAdam. And once again, it's Henry Smith to the rescue. Oh, what a match he's had.